All right. Welcome to the 2023 Popcorn Kickoff. Uh, Share my screen here. All right. Everybody should be seeing my slide deck now. If you could all put your name and unit number in the chat so I can have that recorded and take a little attendance that way. But again, welcome to the Popcorn Kickoff. Let's get going. I'm pretty excited about this year's sale. If you don't know me, my name is Brandon Bovver. I'm the Assistant Scout Executive, and I manage the day-to-day operations and oversee the popcorn sale. And been doing it a long time here in the Colorado Springs area, and now the Pathway to the Rockies Council. All right, if you have not yet committed to the sale, I want to make sure you do that. I think you can scan that QR code on your screen real quick, but I'll probably follow up with everybody on the attendance rosters to make sure you have actually committed to the sale. Why do we sell popcorn? I think we sell popcorn to deliver the promise of scouting. We want to make good on the promises that we tell scouts when we're recruiting them about all the cool things they get to do in scouting. And this is the major funding source for it. So campouts, blue and gold celebrations, Pinewood Derby, high adventure opportunities, equipment needs for units, paying for advancement, annual dues. But some of the more, some other important things, scouts learn a lot through selling popcorn. The value of hard work, how to earn their own way, public speaking, salesmanship, people skills, setting and achieving goals, and money management. I can't tell you how many times a mom has come up to me after a popcorn kickoff and told me that their son or daughter has learned to speak to adults and talk to strangers, and just interact with adults so much better during popcorn sales. So I think a lot of that is just, the reiteration and practicing, walking up to a total stranger and asking them to support your journey in scouting. Scouts earn the rewards, the Amazon gift cards that are provided through the Trails End system. Pretty great. I like to believe that scouts are using that to fund their scouting adventure and use purchase items that they're using in scouting. So, how much can your unit earn? I like to make sure that our units can earn as much as possible through the popcorn sale. So your unit has an opportunity to earn up to 43% of your total sales in commission. And that commission is on total sales, take order, plus wagon, plus storefront, plus online. We don't have a separate commission for online. It's just all wrapped up into our total sale. But we have two big goals that we reinforce through bonuses in our commission structure, and that is to grow your unit membership so that you can fund a quality program for your youth. So, and our base commission starts at 30%. That's where it all starts. And then bonus number one is worth 5%, 5 percentage points. Packs, so this is it's unit membership growth, and it's a little different for packs and troops. Troops cruise ships. But packs have unit membership growth, year-end growth by October 31st. So that means you have more registered youth members this October 31 than you had on 12/31 of 22. And that is registered members. And you pack must have a minimum of 15 registered youth on 10/31, and a minimum of 12 new youth during the fall recruitment. And we count back to July 1st up to 10/31. So can't merge your unit. You can't say, hey, this other unit down the street, let's just join forces and we'll be a double the size pack. That does not fulfill our goal of serving more youth. And so that does not count. So troops cruise ships have a year-end growth by October 31st, minimum of 12 primary registered youth. If you don't know what I mean by primary, that means frequently youth that are in crews are also in troops. They have to primary they pay somewhere. They don't pay in both places. We don't count them twice in our total membership. And so wherever they are paid is their primary registration. Again, merge units not eligible. Bonus number 2, also worth 5%. Be a high selling unit or get a growth bonus. So you can just sell over $15,000 in popcorn, and you'll just check that box right there, or double your 2022 sale with a minimum of $4,000 this year. And if you're a new unit selling, sell $4,000. So if you sold $3,500 last year and you sell $7,000 this year, you will get this bonus. If you sold $9,000 last year and you sell $15,000 this year, you'll get the bonus. And I got a great spreadsheet again that I'll share with you guys how to find that and track some of these metrics that are specific to your unit. So don't get tied up in where you were and what you need to do. And the final bonus, these are all pretty similar to last year. Ultra high selling unit for a final 3% bump. Unit sells over $25,000. I talked about my little. I got a spreadsheet for you. I'll get to that at the end of the presentation. All right, what are the ways to sell? All right, so we've got kind of basically we've got online direct. That is when a scout sells online and it ships directly to the customers. They record this. They can record in the app or share their online page. Scouts can build a whole page on their app, put their photo on there, talk about their goal, and share their goal and things like that. So they want to share that. Scouts don't have to handle any products or cash when you're selling online. The average order is $65. Products and prices do vary. They tend to package products in kind of bundles online. They sell some things there that they don't sell in person. So just know that it does not match your sales form. That's just how it is. So, and there are shipping and taxes could be charged. Likely there is shipping. I don't know if they have a minimum for free shipping right now. And everybody asked me if they'll have free shipping weekends. At some point, I imagine they will. I don't know for sure. That is not, they don't share that information with me at the beginning of the sale. I get a notice probably about 2 hours before they make it public. So, and online sales are available year round. Storefront sales. Storefront sales are huge. This is the primary way that most people sell now. You can sign up to sell in front of a store. Trails End has booked a ton of stores for us, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Average sales storefront were about $187 per hour last year. One parent and one scout is the ideal recommendation to cover more hours. Also, as you increase the number of scouts there, you really get a diminished return on your kind of manpower hours. So just keep that in mind. 4 scouts at a shift is about 3 too many. So one parent, one scout is really ideal. If it's a really busy place, maybe 2 scouts and 2 parents. So, and you can split that storefront sale for credit in several different ways through the app on your leader portal. So make sure you set that up. Wagon sales. This is kind of wagon or door-to-door. We called it show and deliver or door-to-door in the past. But think about a scout loading up their little red radio flyer and going door-to-door and selling popcorn. So everything that is not a storefront or online is referred to as a wagon sale in the Trails End app. And so you can make sure when your scouts are doing that, they're putting it in the app, they mark it delivered or undelivered. That will cause headaches if it is marked delivered, but it is truly undelivered, or vice versa. You can check out your popcorn in advance and hand it over immediately. So a few different ways of doing this. We've got a sample wagon sale kit and contract on our website. It's just a recommended. It kind of follows a good product mix that can help scouts sell. But know that if you do that, that would require you to open up cases. We do not take returns of open cases. So once you pop that open, it is yours. You must sell it or pay for it. And so we recommend that if you're getting into the wagon sale kits for your scouts that maybe you hold them accountable and get a promise from them that they will sell it all and more. Other ways that units do it, they kind of use that as sort of a blitz day. Think about your neighborhood and how many houses there might be. They get everybody to commit the first weekend and the last weekend of the sale. They commit to a Saturday morning, and they say, we're going to blitz the whole neighborhood. And they load up their minivans with all their products. Scouts go door to door. They just canvass the place. They say, yep, I can get that for you right now. We've got it in the van. So units do really, really well with that. And highly suggest that. Sort of a neighborhood blitz day. Trails End has a lot of great technology to make your sale easy. Remember, the Trails End app is for scouts. They record sales, accept credit cards. They can sign up for storefronts that you've booked. They can track their progress toward their goal. They record their deliveries. They can share that online sale page and claim their rewards all through the app. And the unit portal is what leaders use, the unit leader portal. It is mobile friendly when accessed through a browser. So go ahead and pop a little shortcut on your phone that goes right to that page. That's really nice. When scouts use the app, leaders can track their progress and everything. So make sure your scouts are using that. It really makes your life a lot easier. That unit leader portal can be a lot, so make sure you were trained and understand how to use it. There's a lot of great training snippets and video clips in there that you can check out. Credit cards, tell your customers you prefer credit and debit cards. That way you don't have to handle cash, checks, things like that. Trails End pays the credit card fees. Scouts also receive slightly higher reward point for their awards. And like I said, handle less cash. The Trails End app is kind of based on Square. So it uses Square readers, or you can enter the information manually. When you are using a Bluetooth reader, you can accept Apple Pay and Google Pay. So I'm not 100% sure if you can do that right through a phone, like phone to phone Apple Pay, or if you need a Bluetooth Square reader. So I need to look into that and find out. But parents can also pay cash due for wagon sales directly to the unit. And so if you get into that, make sure you kind of understand how that works. It does adjust your balance due to the council because that money goes directly to Trails End and credits your balance. So make sure you're watching that. But if they've taken cash, it does not convert it to a credit card sale. So that has to do with their rewards. So just know that, because cash is a 1-to-1 point, dollar is 1 point for rewards, and credit card is like 1.25 or something. We'll see it in a bit. All right, how do you prepare to have a successful sale for your unit? All right, so you've attended the Kickoff now. And there are some webinars and trainings in the training tab. You can get to those webinars and see some recorded ones, sign up to go to a live one. But also your unit should be planning your program year and your key adventures. What are you going to do? Determine your budget and your goal, and make sure you know what you're going to spend this money on. I think the most successful units have a plan. Here's what we're going to do with all this, and this is you participating in the sale means that you're part of something much larger, and you're being a big help in reaching our goal. Not just here's your sales form, go sell popcorn, good luck. You can go secure your storefronts. You can do that right now in the Trails End Leader app, portal, and obtain any supplies you might need for that, for the sales. Prepare for your unit kickoff. Make sure you're ready for that, you can start to prepare your scouts and families. They can take some training themselves. Make sure all your scouts have their accounts set up in the Trails End app, and make sure they all have their own account and they can log into their account. So nothing more embarrassing than that first storefront of the weekend. You get that first sale. Oh, I can't log into my account. Now I got to go through the two-factor, multi-factor authentication. It's a whole thing. This guy just really wants to get his popcorn and leave. So Motivate your families with incentives, how you're going to use the funds, and make sure you're communicating with your families on key dates and progress. All right. Make sure your unit has a budget and a goal. Plan your ideal year's key adventures and expenses. Determine what it's going to cost. Dues, advancements, supplies. This is a really good time to really kind of think about what are the expenses in your unit, and what's it really cost to be in your unit. And you can set your sales goal based on that budget. Estimate your storefront hours. My spreadsheet kind of helps a little do that a little bit. And set individual sales goals. Decide on unit incentives. If you want to do those sorts of things, they really help, especially when scouts can kind of see their friend earn something and they get a little incentivized to do the same. All right, unit kickoff. Make it fun, build excitement. You got food, games, prizes. Make sure everybody's invited, everybody understands what's going on. Set some goals. That's a great time to talk to your family, talk to your scouts. Hey, you sold this much last year, Johnny. How much more are you going to sell this year? And get everybody started. Make sure everybody logs into that Trails End app right there at the kickoff. Help those new scouts set up an account. Again, each scout needs their own account. And talk about the prizes, talk about the Trails End rewards, and any unit incentives you might have. Training, role play. Have your more successful scouts train the kids, other kids that haven't been as successful, or new scouts, so they can share their best practices. They show them where to find the training resources in the app, and again, review those key dates. All right, I talked a little bit about the webinars. New and existing unit colonels are encouraged to attend trails-n.com/webinars. They started a little over a month ago, or about a month ago, and they've got some recorded ones in there too. But I think if you just go to the training tab in your leader portal, you can see some other videos. They're really, really informative and super helpful. All right, get your scouts ready to sell. Perfect that sales pitch. Introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Brandon Vavra. I'm from Troop 124. I'm selling popcorn to fund my trip to the Florida Sea Base. And I am super excited to go. We're going in the spring of 2024, and I want to make sure that I can do everything I want to do. It's a big trip, and I'm so excited. It's going to be the trip of a lifetime. Can I count on your support? We take credit and debit cards. I had a leader at my kickoff last week say that they had a Tiger Scout in their pack that ended his sales pitch with, "So how much you buying?" And so she said he killed it. He did it really well. So sales tips for your scouts: wear that field uniform, speak clearly, say thank you. Downloaded that app and log in advance, like I said. The more people you ask, the greater your sales. Know your products. Make sure your scouts have an answer for what is your favorite flavor. They know what these products are about. And ask your customer to support you/scouting. All right. Like I said before, Trails End has booked a ton of storefronts for us. They've booked a little over 6,500 hours, and they are already in there. You can go in and book them. It is turned on for everybody by now, and you can. But one thing I do ask: we don't have any limits to how many you can go in and book. I don't make you just book one storefront per day, but I do ask that you only book what you intend to use. And but just as an FYI, in 2022, about 1,000 hours of storefronts were reserved and not used at all. So there's a loss of probably about $200,000 in sales had they been staffed. And I'm sure they weren't used for various reasons. But I think some of it was people really got in there, they grabbed a bunch of stuff, didn't necessarily know that they can release them if they don't have them staffed. And you can do that. And please release them early, not an hour before. No one else can pick that up at that point. But And I'm sure, I totally understand that you had every intention of using them, and something happened at the last minute. But just so you know, there were tons and tons of hours unused, and we also based our initial order based on the numbers of hours that were reserved at that time. And so we ended up with quite a bit of extra popcorn that we had to, really wheel and deal with some other neighboring councils to kind of manage that excess. So just know that that's kind of how we predict the total sale. So if you're booking your own, everybody always asks, hey, are there other places I can book? Absolutely. If it's not booked in Trails End, go ahead and do what you can. Look for high traffic times and locations. I will say that Walmart kind of changed how they do things, and I'm kind of working on some stuff for our local Walmarts. So they work directly with nonprofits, and we're trying to book what we can. More information on that coming soon. But if you've got a place that isn't already booked in there, that you know about that does really well for you, go ahead and book it. Somebody's got their hand raised. If you want to ask a question, you can.
Yeah. So looking at the calendar for booking storefronts, how do we tell what's available?
So when you log into book storefronts, it sort of, I think it grays out the ones that are used, and everything else is available. So if you choose it and it's bookable, then it's available. Does that make sense? Have you looked at what is in there?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm looking in here and I'm saying I'm not seeing any scheduled events.
You might have to go to September because they don't show up until September like 9th,
Yeah.
I believe is the first one.
Yep.
And then there'll be a small little number in the corner of the calendar that tells you how many hours or how many storefronts are available for your particular area.
Or it could be showing my daughter, not me.
Yes,
Okay.
you have to be on the leader portal.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brandon.
No, thank you. Yeah, you do have to be on the leader portal. If you are looking from the scout function, so how that works is your unit leader has already booked, say, a King Super storefront and has allowed your unit, then they can manage when it opens up for youth in their unit. And then they'll send out and say, hey, you can go in and start grabbing from me. So if that makes sense, sort of trickles down. So. All right. Trails End rewards, like I said before, it is a point system. And so $1 when you use cash or check, 1 point for each dollar sold. Credit card and debit card at 1.25 points per dollar sold. Straight up Amazon gift card. And scouts can check that out through the app and see what the different levels are. So they redeem them on Amazon.com. They saves a ton of time for unit leaders. We've kind of dabbled around with different prize structures in the past that were pretty time intensive, but this is pretty simple, easy. Unit leaders at the end of the sale do need to approve and submit their prize order, and then it gets finalized and approved. And scouts can claim that gift card right through their app. All right, here's the product lineup. We I think it was Dan. Somebody brought it up at the beginning. I'm nervous. I'm excited about the product changes. That sweet and salty kettle corn at $15. Okay, so there's three kind of changes here on our product line. 2 changes to products here, and a couple other edits. But that sweet and salty kettle corn has come from a $20 item to a $15 item, but know that bag is a smaller bag than the bag from last year. So this is more of an entry level $15 price point. And I think that caramel corn was in that position last year at $15. I don't think it did quite as well. Plus, there were 2 caramel corns at that point, and it was 15. Salted caramel's 25. Who doesn't like salted caramel anyway? That's a significantly tastier product, in my opinion. For those that kettle corn can be a little polarizing. I think not everybody likes kettle corn. I don't prefer kettle corn, but I really, really do like the Trails End kettle corn personally. So I'm pretty excited to see that in a snack size bag. Popping corn at $15. That's my go-to. I love the popping corn. Pop that stuff about every week. And then white cheddar came from 25 down to 20. Slightly smaller bag, but also a change in the recipe. So it is popped in oil now versus air popped. And I think they changed up the cheese flavoring. And so it is apparently just delicious. So, and s'mores popcorn. That's a new flavor profile this year. I think that lines pretty well with our outdoor theme in scouting. I'm pretty excited about that. I think it'll be pretty fun. Unbelievable butter at 25, same that's been there. Salted caramel at 25, no change to that one. Chocolatey pretzels at 30. And a new product, the sea salt. I think Trails End has been trying to find a way to introduce just a basic sea salt clean popcorn to the product lineup, and couldn't really find a way to make it seem competitive to the giant pillowcase that you can buy at Costco, full of popcorn. So it comes in a snack pack system. So $50 box, 28 snack packs. So, and everything except the chocolate pretzels will be available for show and sell. Chocolate pretzels will be a take order wagon sale only. So I will say, in talking to the sales rep over the weekend or last weekend, they actually saw that the white cheddar is doing really, really well. So I think people see the kettle corn, and kettle corn is making up probably about 20% of their total sale dollars. And white cheddar is doing a little better than they expected. So we'll be taking that into consideration when we place our initial order. But I'll show you some tools that'll help out. So order and distribution. Your initial order, you got to put it into the system by Sunday, August 20th. So I can place it first thing in the morning on the 21st. So that's coming up soon. And the final order will be Monday, October 23rd. Distribution, if you're here in Colorado Springs, our initial order distribution is going to be Saturday, September 9th. And we are going to be at a warehouse called Atlantic Relocation Systems. It's on Centennial. We'll send information, obviously, to everybody that's involved in that. Final order, Saturday, November 11th. Here's some more key dates, everything, storefronts, that's all live now. Sales begin September 9th. Last day to return wagon inventory will be October 19th. So we only take unopened cases. You should have a really good idea on that week, the week prior to your final weekend of sales, of what you will sell during your final weekend. So we need to kind of have all those excess cases back in our hands before then. So that's why that is before the final weekend of sales, so that we have a good idea what we have on hand to place our final order. So payment is due on December 1st. Kernel checklist. What should you be doing right now? Again, just make sure you know your budget, set your goals, log into that Trails End system, get familiar. Attend a webinar. You can join a Trails End Facebook group. We have a Facebook group at our council level. There are also some national ones that are really helpful for people. Hold that unit kickoff, and you're going to be placing that initial order. I'll send out some reminders about that. September, next month, it's recruiting season for Cub Scouts. Get them set up with an account to sell popcorn. Communicate with your unit. your progress toward your goal, storefront opportunities, key dates. You're going to be selling popcorn. It's big time. Going to have some great weather, move a lot of popcorn. Motivate your scouts and families, incentives. Remind what your unit will do with the funds. October, collect that cash. Make sure when you're collecting cash and checks that you are actually depositing them in the bank. A few years ago, I had a guy call me no less than 2 times a day for 3 straight weeks, asking me to cash his $10 check that he wrote for popcorn. I did not have his check. Some unit did. He didn't know what unit. I called all the units in the neighborhood. None of them seemed to know. One finally did cash it, but he really wanted to balance his checkbook. He didn't want his $10 back. He didn't want the popcorn. Just wanted to balance his checkbook. So if you happen to have somebody that still writes checks, make sure you're putting those in the bank in a timely fashion. Distribute that popcorn. Make sure the deliveries are made in a timely fashion. Tell your folks if you're taking orders, it'll be delivered by Thanksgiving. We start getting calls here around late October. Hey, I bought popcorn from some kid back in August. Where is it? So make sure you're not really selling too early. Submit those rewards for your scouts. Celebrate that success. Resources. I've been loading up our council website, pathwaytotherockies.org/popcorn will get you there. I'll show you our commission metrics and first order estimator. And there's some various documents. We also have a Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/PTRC popcorn. For the most part, people tend to use that to swap popcorn between units. You can totally do that all the way down to the bag level. I don't have any problem. It is all done through the popcorn system. I don't get involved with that. So make sure you do it right. Otherwise, you will be held accountable for what you checked out from the council. Last storefront sale, October 22nd. Final orders due the 23rd. Distributed the 11th. All right. There's my name, phone number, and email address. Trails End support. There's a parent Facebook group, parent FB. Text parent FB to 62771 to join or visit. And they've got some FAQs online too. So I want to go over to, here's our website. You can all see that, I assume. Let me know if you can't. But if you just go to our council website up here under resources, then popcorn, it'll take you right here. I got popcorn files and forms. If you go over there, got some good stuff. Here's the commission metrics and first order estimator. Make sure this is an Excel spreadsheet. You have to download it. You cannot use Excel online to use it. It does not work with that. So you actually need to download the file. Here's the show and deliver kit and contract, the wagon sales that I talked about. This is just the Word file. You can do whatever you want with it, edit it however you want. This is just a nice starting point, we think. How to fund your year in 4 hours. I'll have the council kickoff slides coming up and a link to the recording. Some kernel guides, a fillable important dates for you can give to your parents. Storefront reservation guide. You can learn how that works. App guide, some documents for scouts and parents. There's an order form. You can have that. We will also have order forms at our first distribution, as well as here at our office and in the Pueblo office. But if you check out this commission metrics and order estimator, I want to show that to you. So if you download it, it comes up as an Excel spreadsheet. And you have very limited functionality once you're in it. The only thing you can edit on the first page is there's a drop down here. You choose your unit. I'm going to leave it on my test unit. So this talks about the commission, and this has numbers baked into it that are specific to my unit and your unit, should you choose your unit. And so this tells me where I was last year, end of year, where I was this year, mid-year, and where I need to get to by October 31st to get that membership growth thing, how many I got to go. And that is as of June 30th. So it could have changed since then. I don't update this with your newest numbers. You can get that. You can pull a roster from your My.Scouting account. and how much I need to sell. So last year I sold 85.50. I need 15,000 to get this growth bonus, or high sales bonus, and 25,000. This has estimated hours, storefront hours. If I only did storefront hours, how many estimated hours I would need to work in order to hit this this goal. So now I want to help build my show and deliver kit. So how this works is, and it comes preloaded, so make sure you take a look. All you can edit is the green cells. So first I want to build the kit. So this is asking how many containers per scout I want to add in one of these kits. If you're not going to do show and deliver kits, make sure all this is deleted and turned into zeros. But this is kind of pre-built with our sample show and deliver kit. So I'm going to give each scout 8 kettle corns, 2 popping, 6 white cheddars, 4 salted caramels, 2 s'mores, 1 butter microwave, and a sea salt snack pack. And I've got 5 scouts that are going to take me up on that kit, and I'm going to get a contract from them. They're going to know everything there is to know about it. So, and so down here, it tells me how many. It converts all of these containers. Know that this is containers, not cases up here. Converts it to cases down here and tells me what I'm going to need. But I'm not done yet. I still have storefront. So I'll go over to storefront, and I have an estimation of, I have 60 hours scheduled for my storefront. But you know what? I just booked a few more. Now I've got 75 hours. All right. So it tells me how many containers. This is total estimation of based on last year's results, trails ends forecasting, things like that. Tells me my total container need per, for the whole 75 hours approximately, and converts that to cases, and gives me dollar amount down there. And then I go over here to the final order tab, and I see my show and deliver. My wagon sale kits has rolled up in here in containers, total containers. My storefront need is in containers. My total container need converts it to cases, because I am going to order in full cases, and then it tells me how many excess containers beyond that. So it tells me I got a $17,000 order, 93 cases of popcorn, $17,000. If I sell it all, I'll make my $15,000 goal. And oh, by the way, I got 93 cases of popcorn. What kind of vehicle do I need? I probably need to bring a truck and a van, a truck and an SUV. But my full-size pickup isn't going to quite do it. So, this gives me an idea how many I need to bring to the distribution. Last year was kind of the first bigger sale year post-COVID. And we played a lot of Tetris, getting popcorn into cars. It was also raining. It was just a whole thing. So hoping for really good weather, and making sure that everybody brings sufficient car space. Make sure you fold those seats down. Don't have any cargo in there. No golf clubs, backpacks, pets, children. Children don't have any. We don't need kids at the distribution warehouse. So, but that is all I've got for that.